and one of the presidential candidates that have caused some euphoria in the countryside. So, you know, Simon, people all across the country welcomed us with have always welcomed us with great enthusiasm. So nothing stops us from preparing for swearing. You see, we are we are in a very, very, very tight corner as candidates in this election. It is quite unprecedented that none of the candidates can predict what will come out.
Yeah, but there is a sense that it's now gone down to a two-horse race, which is typical of Uganda's elections. It's now pitting the incumbent, President Museveni, against Robert Kyagulanyi, who is giving it a second shot. Where does this leave you?
You know, it depends on who wants to hear what. But I've traversed this country, at least I know. I've moved to over 90 districts. It's quite an unprecedented race because for the first time, none of the candidates is likely to attain the required threshold of 50% plus one votes.
What gives you that
reason being, since 2001, Ugandans, you know, could easily divide themselves amongst two leading candidates. This time around, what has happened, when you go to the countryside, you'll find at least the top 4 or 5 parties having supporters wherever you go, regardless of the magnitude of support, but you'll find support there.
If you were to...
last week we got a report from a Ghanaian consultancy company. I'll share with you a copy. It is called Sea West Consult. It conducted a survey here, and it also got the same findings, that it's most likely that none of the candidates will get the threshold of 50% plus one vote. We have been moving and we have been using our structures, the Power 10. They are equally coming out with the same finding. I want to assure Ugandans, the Garibo media has tried to portray this as a two-horse race, as you have put it. But what is in the countryside is totally different. It's true, President Museveni and the Honorable Kyagulanyi they have a slight edge above all of us. But what is also true is that we also have overwhelming support. Actually, let me tell you the good or the bad news. We as the Common Man's Party, we expect a 2-digit performance.
What exactly do you mean?
2-digit performance. We are, according to our research, we expect something above 15%. The FDC, Honorable Nandala, has a 2-digit performance. And so you'll marvel, Simon, you know, much as people have tried to create artificial support here, because people have money, some parties have money, which we don't have, but they have tried to play on your psyche, you, the media people, and you have tried to portray this as a two-horse race, but I want to assure you, you will marvel. We are going for a rerun.
If you were to map Uganda, where is your stronghold?
And surprisingly, you would first ask, why did I have to amend the program of the Electoral Commission? You know, the Electoral Commission, I totally amended the entire program. The original program, which I was supposed for campaigning, I amended it totally. We did it it was a guided move basing on the mapping, as you have said, in terms of support. One, first and foremost, for the first time, I have created inroads in the NRM strongholds, namely Kamwenge, Kitagwenda, Lubirizi, Ibanda, Kazo, Kiruhura, Chenjojo, Chegegwa. You know, I went to St. Louis College, Chegobe. I went to Nyakasura School, you know it better. So me, when it comes to Toro Kingdom, they see me as their son. You know, I was born from Kitagwenda. Yes, so I have made inroads.
And your father denounced you.
No, that's another one. So one at a time. That's another one. Actually, that was a sign of panic, that the regime knew that I had, you know, if I will take you through how my father was brought to, to the extent of denouncing me, it is also another big story. But it is a clear sign that the NRM is in panic, that they are losing in almost 8 districts around Kitagwenda. They are losing. That is number one. Number two, I used to be, you see, I'm the former Minister for Security in the People's Government. I happen to be. You see, you remember the People's Government of Kiza Besigye? When I was appointed Minister for Security.
That never was.
No, wait. The People's Government, that was, you know, we created the People's, Besigye created the People's Government after the 2016 elections. Do you remember that? Yes. In that cabinet, I was charged with the mandate of security, the docket of security, and I was in charge of the Power 10. You remember that we created a structure
P10.
Of volunteers called the P10. So I was in charge as Minister for Security. And I'm still the custodians of all the files and the registers. So, and the majority, at least 65% of it is still intact.
So you resurrected P10.
At least 65% of it is still intact. I had to invoke a number of buttons. As I speak now, P10 is in my hands.
Yeah, but here is the irony. For a while, you've claimed to have gotten the blessing of Colonel Dr. Kiza Besigye. Until on Sunday, when Honorable Winnie Byanyima revealed that Colonel had given a backing to Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi with a financial envelope.
There is, I doubt so much that Colonel Besigye sent money to the Honorable Kyagulanyi. I doubt so much. But you see,
could you expand on this? Yes.
You see, whatever is happening, or whatever happened at Kasangati yesterday,
it was a clear indication that he had forsaken you.
Does not go without precedent. Politics, Ugandan politics or African politics, but more so opposition politics in Uganda, is characterized with a lot of Paris intrigue. Intrigue is everywhere, intrigue. And it doesn't go without precedent. You remember in 2010, what happened to Ruto? In Kenya, you remember? When Kibaki, you know Ruto in 2007 was the running mate for Raila. You remember very well. And Ruto fought so hard after the elections, fighting for Raila's victory. You remember very well. Then they went into that coalition government. Raila having gotten a new friend in the name of Mike Kibaki, a bigger friend, powerful friend. In 2010, they colluded together to dump Ruto. Raila died minus being president. Ruto is president. Whatever is happening does not go without precedent.
Okay.
And it does not bother me anyway.
Did you get a sense of betrayal that Winnie Byanyima publicly declared support for Robert Kyagulanyi, yet you've been in the trenches together?
No, not at all. Because me, I have never worked with the Honorable Winnie Byanyima.
She represented
I even doubt whether she knows me. Me, I have been working as Besigye's AD since 2000. I had never betrayed him, even on a single mission. So Besigye knows that I'm a